Okay, so I think I've done a little bit more since I didn't record it, unfortunately. But I've taken off the bonnet, the hood, and I'm filthy from working on this thing, but anyway, I've taken off the little side shields up here. I've cut these off because they were welded. Not a real good idea there, but we're going to put a different canopy on it anyway. Excuse me, my microphone's trying to fall off. But we're getting ready to split it because I think I've decided that it can't be. It can't be in the engine. I don't think. Not that I can feel. I can't feel anything that would tell me that it's in the engine pulling on the bottom. So it doesn't matter if I'm going to have to rebuild the engine, I'm going to have to split the tractor anyway. I think it's in the clutch housing. The more and more I play with it. So what we've got to do now is we've got to disconnect everything so that when we split it, obviously it's able to be split. So we've got to get these loader brackets off. A little concerned because it's apparent that they've stripped them out at one time. I think somebody's had this split apart before. With the inspection camera looking inside, the clutch looks relatively new. And I think what may be happening is some bolts on the clutch or maybe on the flywheel are not actually tight, or something else in it, and it's hitting inside. It's a very consistent knock, like something's hitting something. So I'm going to split it. The easiest way that I can see to do that is we're going to take all the wiring off of the engine portion, because there's actually not much on this because it's pre-computer control, or at least mostly pre-computer control. We're going to take all the wiring and we're going to send it to the back, because then I don't have to take off all the sheet metal that's on the back, which eventually I'm going to do anyway, because if you get really close and start looking at this thing, it's been painted with a paintbrush. So I am going to repaint it. Anyway, so that's what we're going to start working on in the morning. I'm about beat, so it's about 9:30. I've just been doing a lot of testing, and really taking off the cowl and the bonnet didn't take me long. It's all the testing I've been doing and listening and pulling off the oil pan and looking at that, but you saw that, and then tinkering with it some more here and there. So where we're at right now is I'm going to bring the label maker out here in the morning, and I'm going to label every single wire on here, because I could take pictures, but sometimes pictures don't always work. So we've got some headlight stuff we got to take off up front. There's some kind of sensor that comes down on this side or something I saw. Or maybe it goes to the head. Not really sure. Oh, bug just flew in my ear. But we'll get all that wire pulled back. We got a couple more linkages to take off of the injection pump. It is important that I not start this thing now, because I have actually taken off the choke that actually shuts it off, the shut-off lever, which is a choke. I may actually change this to an electric shut-off later, but anyway, to where it'll shut off with the key. That's a different story. So I see this wire over here. There must be one going to the top of the head, or a sensor of some kind somewhere on top. Yep, there's one going over there. I can't tell if there's one on top of the head or not. I'll have to look some more. But that's what we're doing. I'm going to look at one thing real quick. So see, this wire goes up here. There's one that goes to the fuel sending unit. Of course, there's one that comes down to the starter. There is something that runs up over here. Can't tell you exactly where it goes. Can't tell you exactly what it is, to be honest with you. It goes over there. I have to see, and this is my oil pan's leaking because, the gasket's no good, so it's leaking a little bit, but that's okay. Wire, of course, goes to the alternator. That one that goes up over there. Really not that many wires to pull back from here. We got starter, alternator, headlights. Oh, there you are. I think I see you. Oh, glow plugs. And temperature sender. Okay. No big deal there. Those will come off pretty easy. Anyway, that's what we're going to do in the morning. So, we're going to call it quits for now. We're going to sit down and have a beer and maybe listen to some tunes for a minute. And then in the morning, we'll continue. I'll have some help in the morning, so maybe I'll go ahead and pull that canopy off so I'm not bapping my head with it. We'll put something back on there, just not that. That's horrible. We'll figure it out. All right, then. That's it for today. We'll see you in the morning. Remember, again, like, subscribe, and we'll see you later. All right, so I forgot to press record. We've got the loader mounts off. We've got the fluid drained out of it. Getting ready to pull off the power steering lines right here. And then start actually taking the bolts out. But I need to go see if I've got some caps for the power steering lines first. And then we're real close to being able to split it. So we'll be back in a few minutes. Roll it. Don't push. Roll the tire. That makes sense? Whoa, 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 whoa.
Here, Bubba,
We're coming apart right now. Shaylee, come here.
come here.
hold this.
The bucket?
Yep. We might need to actually get another bucket too.
Where?
Shit.
Hold the bucket?
Hold the bucket. Mommy?
Yeah?
Take your board under your tire.
I did.
Hang on. Ooh, look, there's one. Okay. As we separate, you're going to have two different leaks.
Mm-hmm.
This one's going to stay under this leak, and that one's going to go under that one.
Yep.
You ready?
Yep.
You ready, Mommy?
Yep.
We got to watch a couple other things, make sure they don't get stuck, actually. I don't think there's anything on your side. All right, ready, Mommy?
Yep.
Roll it. Oh, shit. You all right? I forgot about that part. Behind here
Behind?
is some wooden wedges.
Behind the building.
Is wooden wedges on the shelf.
Okay.
Somewhere. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
It can only go so far. It just scares the shit out of you.
Yeah, he definitely does that.
Where's my red hammer?
It's on my side.
I forgot about that part completely.
So what makes that happen?
Well, that's where your axle pivots. Right?
That's so it can go over terrain. So your tractor doesn't snap when it goes over a
Alright,
hill.
ready?
Yeah.
Go forward.
Okay, roll forward.
Keep going.
Okay.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. A little more. Alright, stop right there.
Alright.
Alright, let me look at what's going on in here.
I can let go. I got my...
Yep, that's good. We're crooked, which is going to suck going back because I was moving faster than you. Shaylee,
Yeah?
get in front of that tire and hold it still. Don't let it turn.
Okay, Mama.
Don't let it move
just
forward.
the bucket. Do the bucket? Which bucket? This bucket? Just make sure it stays under the leak. No! That one's at the right spot. Well, I got the black bucket. I got a leak here.
It's going to be what it's going to be because this is going to leak more. Alright, stop pushing on the tire.
We need another bucket?
Yeah. Or one of my pans here. My flashlight.
It's up here. Here.
Alright, get that battery starter thingy.
The thing you got today?
Yeah, the zip tie. Jar. Here. Don't want it to actually start this way, that would be bad.
You want Shaylee to open it? You're just disgracing. There's towels on the ground over there. On that side of the tractor, other side.
That should prevent it from starting.
Well, it's funny looking this way.
Is that where the thunk is coming from?
I don't know.
Oh, we won't know till we put it back together?
No, I won't know until I spin this thing over.
Oh, wait, you can do that right now?
I believe.
Ew, that's all like gross. It's all like chewed up.
I think this goes here.
these are gonna fall and get lost.
Come here. Shaylee, listen.
Where are you going?
Still sound like it's behind that?
Somebody's running here.
That's what I think. Alright, so.
Is that good or bad?
It's hard to say.
Better or worse?
It's better than an engine because we're right here at it. That means I don't have to pull apart the engine. But there's a chance it's the engine. Alright. The burper with the extension on it. Let's mess with those 12s. That magnet tray that's on the table, empty out what's in it on the table. You okay?
Yeah, I just feel the metal.
Yeah, don't rub your hands on anything magnetic in here.
How does it all goes inside of there? It's like
Pry bar. No, it's on the
long or
dowels.
short?
Short. No, don't get in there. Shit, which way was that? You don't want to touch this.
Which way was it?
Yeah.
That was that way, I think.
Or was it this way?
Oh, it looks the same on both sides.
Doesn't look the same on both sides.
Well, I was like, what she's saying, because it's on the same thing.
I'm not sure which way that was.
Well, it'd have to go into the spline. So it would have to go the other way, right? Because this needs to go into that.
No. There's nothing on this. It goes onto this.
There's a groove.
No.
Okay.
That's what this goes in.
Okay.
Where do you want this bolt? Over there?
Yeah, just set it somewhere over there. Couldn't have gone that way.
You want to tell?
I
Yeah,
want to spin it over
it's
again.
kind of pointless, but do you want that one?
I can't tell if it's in the engine or not. Watch it. Look at that plywood wobbling like hell.
Maybe that's what it is.
What?
It's leaking in different places.
It's just gonna be
We have two more
that
drawers.
plywood wobbling like hell.
Do these go in the same tray?
Same one?
I should be able to tell them apart.
Yeah, outside has more.
Let me put cardboard down so we don't have any oil dry yet. Or you want cat litter?
Wouldn't cardboard make it more slippery?
It would soak it up is all I was. I don't know, it might.
That's what it is.
That's why I will on one.
Yeah, but it's because of the rear main bearing. Hand me that big one. Okay, maybe not the big one. Small.
Careful with your elbows.
This part. This plywood's heavy as fuck. When I decide to go, it's gonna go. Where's that rubber, black rubber mallet?
Right here.
Ooh, it's dusty. Can't tell if that's from the mallet or the.
See, none of this looks right. That pilot bearing is not supposed to stick out that far. All right, so we've done a little bit more. I don't think I recorded taking the fuel tank off and switching. Basically, we got our cherry picker in here and we're holding up the front end with this. Unfortunately, the issue is in the engine. It is not in the clutch like I anticipated. It's most likely this rear main bearing that's back here. Maybe some of the other main bearings that are crossed. This is a tunnel block, and talking to somebody else. But anyway, I'm basically going to have to, I've got two options. I can, which really it doesn't make any difference which way I do it, but I can finish just getting the engine out. Basically the next step would be draining the radiator, getting that out of here, and basically getting this whole front end assembly out of my way. We get that out of the way, and then I can just work on the engine. The other benefit that's going to do is these bolts that aren't the right size in the side from the loader, from whoever did the clutch job previously, I might be able to get those bolts out that are broken off in the block. So that's worth a shot while I've got it apart. So I think what I'm going to end up doing is I'll get this supported, I'll get it up. There's another hook over there that I can grab a hold of, and basically I'll go ahead and pull the entire engine and get it out and away. Really, I need some kind of engine stand to do that the right way, so to speak. As I've been looking at this, of course, there's fuel lines that need replaced. There's stuff like that. See, like this one that goes up to the tank is just, well, it's just sad. So we will replace some of that while we're in here. Luckily, I've got some of it. All right, guys, we've been working on this tractor, and unfortunately I haven't recorded as much as I really wanted to. But walking over here, you can see the front end's completely out. There's no engine on it. Got that, and then we got this over here. It's a mess. All right, so as I was saying, to make a long story short, we got the engine off. I actually did pull off the oil pan and look up in there and kind of feel things, and everything felt okay. I mean, this tractor ran. It just knocked. It ran really well. It just knocked. So I get the engine off of the front axle, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and take it apart, take the front cover off, which is actually on there right now, but it's just kind of sitting on there. Take the front cover off, kind of look at it, you know, see what's going on there, start getting ready to pull the crankshaft out. I was going to try and pull the crankshaft out without having to pull out the pistons and all that good stuff. Well, I got the front cover off. I started spinning things around and got to looking at the crankshaft a little bit more, and I found it broken. I mean, and it's broke right here at the first journal, basically. And it's broke. And when I say broke, it's broke. So I look up the crankshaft from Kubota, and there are 3 in the country, and it's $4,000. And that's a little more than I'm willing to put into this tractor, to be honest with you. An entire engine's like 10, right? So anyway, I've been looking at some aftermarket options. I'm asking some questions right now as to whether or not this. I found a kit that has a crankshaft and basically a complete engine rebuild kit for about $1,500 from this other company, and kind of waiting on that to see where we're going to go from there. I've stopped last night and I got this engine stand because I want to get it on the engine stand and get it off of the cherry picker here, because one, I don't like working under hydraulics. That's why there is a piece of angle iron right here holding this up, and it could sit down on those, but I'd rather not. So the next step here is going to be to get the engine on that, which is going to be a trick in itself, because they're both about the same. But I got to finish putting that back together. I've got to fix my air compressor so it'll blow the water out again. So that's going to take me just a minute. But I'm going to do that stuff, and then I'm going to come back in here and I'm going to get that engine on that stand once all that stuff's put back together, and then determine whether I'm going to take it apart any further or just wait to find out if I can get a crankshaft for it. I'm not paying $4,000 for one. You know, I've got a guy that does some engine stuff. I'm not sure if he does crankshaft repairs. I'm not sure that I'd trust that entirely, but it's been done for many, many years, people welding crankshafts back together. But anyway, that's where we're at right now on this tractor. I was really hoping it was something in the clutch housing hitting. Somebody has been into this tractor before, and my guess is that this gentleman was bush hogging along on this older tractor with a bush hog without a slip clutch and without a shear bolt, and he hit something. That would be my guess, because the engine runs too good. It doesn't appear to have any heat transfer on the rod cap there. It's just a broken crankshaft. That's what it looks like. So my guess is he hit something pretty dang hard. And you know, they're never forthcoming about stuff like that, but that's where we're at. That's what we're going to do. Like I said, I've got a couple things to do real quick, and then we're going to come back and we're going to put it on there. One of the things I have to do is find this cricket. He's going to drive me crazy. I can't deal with that. So we're going to get rid of this cricket. We're going to put that back together. We're going to fix my air compressor, and then we're going to come back and work on this engine. So we'll see you in a little bit.